Hi everyone, and welcome to this short webinar delivered to you by HealthWISE Nutrition and Dietetics. HealthWISE is a not-for-profit organisation that delivers allied health, mental health and Aboriginal health services across regional Queensland and New South Wales. My name is Zoe and my job at HealthWISE is to deliver dietitian services. A huge part of a dietitian's role is to help people eat healthy. So today I'll be teaching you how to build a healthy lunchbox with a few simple steps. So this short webinar was inspired by Healthy Lunchbox Week, which is an initiative developed by Nutrition Australia that runs from the 6th to the 12th of February. They have developed a bunch of videos, recipes, resources and activities to help families and schools create healthy and enjoyable lunchboxes. So you can head over to their website after this and check them out using the link provided on the slide. So why is having a healthy lunchbox so important? Well, food gives our bodies the tools that it needs to work and keep us alive. The eyes need vitamins to see, so this includes vitamin A, which is found in meats and orange vegetables like carrots. So this might be why your parents or teachers tell you that carrots help you see in the dark. The brain needs energy from carbohydrates to make decisions, store your memories, and learn new things. Your heart and lungs need energy and minerals to pump blood and oxygen around the body. Your stomach and intestines need energy and minerals to break down and absorb the food that we eat. And the liver and kidneys need energy to remove toxins from the body. Without food, our body doesn't work at all. And without a variety of food, the body doesn't work as best as it can. So there are 5 main food groups that we need to eat from every day to make sure our bodies get everything they need, all the nutrients and all the energy necessary to work properly. So the first food group is in the dark green, and that's vegetables. So this is things like potatoes, lettuce, capsicum, chickpeas. The second is in the light green, and this is fruits. So bananas, watermelon, grapes or oranges. The third is in the purple colour, and this is dairy or alternatives to dairy. You can't have dairy. So yogurt, cheese and milk, which you can make from things like soy or almonds. The fourth there is in the dark blue, and that's meat and alternatives. So this is things like chicken or fish, or if you can't have meat, tofu or chickpeas, and even eggs are included in there. The final food group is in the orange, and this is grains. So this is things like breads, rice, oats, pasta, and any cereals that you might have for breakfast like cornflakes or wheat bix. They're all grains. So there are 6 steps to building a healthy lunchbox. And the first one is to add 2 vegetables. So this could be carrot sticks and hummus, cherry tomatoes. You might make some coleslaw that you can put in a wrap or sandwich or just have by itself. Could be vegetable soup that you can heat up, have a tin of corn, or have some roasted chickpeas with some spices and salt on them. The second step is to add 1 fruit. So this could be fresh fruit like cut up melons, some banana or some grapes. Could be canned or frozen fruit like some frozen blueberries or some tinned peaches. Could be dried fruits like a little pack of sultanas, some dates, some dried mango or apple. Or you could bake with fruit. So you could make some blueberry and banana muffins, or you could blend up some date and oat balls with some peanut butter. The third step is to add 1 dairy or alternative. So this could be yogurt in tubs, little pouches, or you could have plain yogurt that you add fresh fruit, honey or cinnamon to. Could be mini milk boxes or smoothies, or cheese that you might have with crackers or put in a sandwich or wrap, or you might just have some little baby bells or something by themselves. The fourth step is to add 1 meat or an alternative to meat. So this could be a can of baked beans, chicken or egg in a sandwich or wrap. You could put some tofu rice paper rolls in there, make some spaghetti bolognese using some mince, have a can of tuna with some crackers, or you could have some falafels, which are made out of chickpeas. The fifth step is to add 2 grains. So this could be 2 slices of bread for a sandwich or 1 wrap, some fried rice with some veggies and eggs in there, some pasta salad, whole grain crackers like Vita Wheats or corn chips that you might have with guacamole, mini wheat bix bites, oat muesli bars, or some granola. So the 6th step is hydration. So it's really important to drink water, especially when you're running around and staying active and getting sweaty, or it's a really hot day. So you could do this by keeping a frozen water bottle in your lunchbox, and that also keeps your food nice and cool. You could also eat some fresh fruits and veggies. So watermelon, cucumber, or orange, they're really high in water. Or you could make and have some soups. So this might be something you do in the winter when it's a bit colder and you don't really feel like drinking water very much, because soups have lots of water in them. So this is an example lunchbox. So you might want to pause on this slide and have a think about some things. So it'd be good to have a look at where you can find all the 5 food groups in this lunchbox. So where do you think the vegetables, the fruits are? Where's the dairy or an alternative to that? Where's the meat or an alternative to that? And where are the grains? And then also have a think about something that you think looks really yummy in this lunchbox that you might take to school one day. So the last thing I want to talk about is just some tips for parents. So the biggest thing is just focus on adding the 5 food groups and making sure your kids stay hydrated. Anything else that they have is outweighed by activity, and having all the veggies, grains, and all that stuff is more important. Check out Nutrition Australia's tips for busy parents. So there's lots of videos on there on how to manage time when you're time poor, making things easier, more sustainable, less waste, that sort of thing. And lastly, if your child has complex needs such as allergies, intolerances, gastrointestinal diseases or conditions, eating disorders, fussy eating, they might have a high performance training, or they might be on the autism spectrum. It's important that these needs are met, so there are other things to consider apart from meeting the 5 food groups. So you could book an appointment to seek some individualised advice from your local dietitian. We've left the dietitian names and where they're based on the table below, and some contact details that you can contact if you do have any questions or would like to book an appointment. These are our contact details, so if you have any questions about nutrition or you would like to book an appointment but you're not sure how or what to do, this is the best contact to make. We also have an Instagram and Facebook, which you can follow us on for more health tips that we post regularly, and see our events and programs that we have on offer. Thank you for listening.